I have been grieving, and I feel like I've been grieving for way too long, especially this year. But when I say I've been grieving, I'm just now finally putting a name to what I have been going through, what I've been feeling for what feels like a long time. This year, especially, I've just lost so much. And a lot of it had to do some with choices and some with life just throwing curveballs and just being life and just, the human experience, all that stuff. This is a really hard video for me to make. I don't like asking for help. I don't like being vulnerable. Being vulnerable is very, very hard for me. It doesn't come easy. I will rationalize my grief and my sadness and my emotions before I feel them, and then I feel them when everything piles up and it's too much for my body to handle, which causes my body to hold on to the grief more than it should. Like, my body has a very hard time releasing the energetic weight and also the physical weight because of me not being able to connect with my grief without feeling shame or failure with that grief. But I am making the video really because I want people's help. And really people's help from the spiritual community. I'm not religious, so I really would appreciate the religious comments to not be in the comments. I want to take an accountability and ownership for my grief and not give it to something or someone else. I want to take ownership of it. I have faith, but my faith doesn't require religion, if that makes sense. So I'm really talking to the spiritual community on this. What have you done to heal your grief? Not to avoid it, but literally heal it. What have you done that has helped you find support to help you with that grief and not weather the storm alone? I would love to know what you guys have done, what options are out there, and what I can do and what others who see this video can do. Because I know so many other people are grieving and they need help, or they're wanting help, but they don't know how to ask for it. So I'm really making this video not for myself, but for others too who are going through the same thing and want to heal. What are the options out there so that people can start finding the support they need to heal and finally release all that grief and sadness out of their body and their hearts too. I would just like anyone's help. If you are willing to show support, comment on what you did. I will say I did a Reiki session, my first session ever, this past Friday. I'll make a separate video for that for those who want to know more, if they're curious about doing Reiki or scheduling a Reiki appointment with someone that's local or that they have or that they know of either on social media that does Reiki or in their local area. I'll make a separate video on that, but I will say this. It was very eye-opening. It was the beginning of me finally surrendering to finding support and not weathering my storms alone, because I'm notorious for that. And I'm still learning from the session, and I'm definitely going to do another one, because one and done will just not simply be enough, and I know that. But it was very eye-opening, and I'm still feeling the positive shifts from that session. And I really hope that if anyone else that is interested in doing Reiki, that they do that, and that my story, or at least my testimony with my first session, helps someone to make their first appointment, make their first session, and go through it with the support of someone who knows what they're doing. But I really want to know what other options are out there, not for myself, but also for others who are grieving, so that we can finally start healing.